Hey guys, today we're going to do the unboxing and comparison of 3 different Japanese wireless earbuds, all from different Japanese companies. So yeah, I went to Japan and I decided to take a look at different headphones and earphones that they sell there, and I managed to pick up some nice ones used. And in Japan, they actually give you a big discount whenever something is used, in even just the slightest way. So I managed to pick all these up for pretty good deals. So, all right, let's go from smallest box to the biggest, I guess. Okay, so first we'll take a look at the Technics AZ60. So Technics is the audiophile brand or hi-fi brand of Panasonic. So for those of you who don't know, Technics made a huge impact on the turntable industry when they released the was it the SL1200? A lot of their direct drive turntables had a huge impact in the turntable industry. Really, it's what led to people being DJs, like the whole DJ scene where like DJs would scratch vinyl records and stuff like that. That all came from the Technics turntables that were invented in the 1970s, which introduced direct drive to the mass consumer. Previously, all the turntables were belt driven, so you couldn't really do that DJ scratching stuff. After Technics introduced the direct drive turntables, like that's where you have the DJs doing the scratching, and to this day, Technics direct drive turntables are all still really popular. So Technics is known for their turntables, but also recently this brand got revived, I would say about 10 years ago, and they're very much so in the high-end audio scene, right? They make really expensive amplifiers, expensive turntables, and I guess they make headphones and earphones now too. So I actually did a video on their over-ear headphones as well, and I wasn't really too impressed by those, but hopefully these ones will fare better. So these are the AZ60s. I think they actually even have a higher line or newer one than this, but this is their kind of middle one in their lineup, and originally retailed for $230 US. But since I got this on discount in Japan, I got this for just $80. Yes, that's right. They said there were some cosmetic imperfections or something like that, nothing affecting the sound. But I got this for just $80. The MSRP was $230. So yeah, that's really cool. And it's all in Japanese. Charged with USB-C. I believe this supports LDAC. It does not support aptX because it's usually like just, for some reason, companies don't really support, if you look at different wireless earbuds and stuff like that, you have some that support aptX, some that support LDAC, but they never support both for whatever reason. I don't know why. So yeah, high-res audio certified and LDAC. So LDAC is the highest bitrate codec for wireless transmission for Bluetooth. However, the problem is that LDAC is actually a Sony codec that they license out, but not all music players support LDAC, and I would say that the support for LDAC is probably the weakest compared to aptX and of course SPC, AAC. Anyways, if you have a music player that supports LDAC, and I do, I have a HiBR6 DAP that supports LDAC, then the LDAC is generally the best for high transmission, the highest bit rate for Bluetooth. So yeah, let's take a look what's inside. This is the smallest box here. It supports Amazon Alexa built in as well. Alright, so pretty simple box here. Something in Japanese. Rediscover music is Technics' slogan. And yeah, we just have a very simple case here. You have 4 different sets of earbuds, which is actually more than what you get most of the time. Most of the time you only get 3 sets, right? You get a small, a medium, and a large. Here you get an extra small, a large, and an extra large. Well, actually you get 5 sets because there's one set that actually comes with the earbuds. So yeah, that's actually a pretty decent selection of ear tips here. Yeah, ear tips basically is what I meant. So yeah, and you get the cable here. This is just a USB-C charging cable. And yeah, 5 sets of ear tips, which is quite generous compared to most other earbuds, I guess. So yeah, here's the case. It's very, very simple. Just a small, well, not like the smallest case I've ever held, but not too large either. And just very simple here, and just one USB-C charging port at the back. And that's it. Nothing fancy, nothing special. And open up, and this is what they look like. So these are the Technics AZ60s. You have like one indicator, status indicator light right there. Take it out, and yeah, they're ready to pair already. So yeah, that's it. The Technics AZ60 wireless earbuds. yeah, I'm curious what these sound like. Hopefully better than their over-ear headphones. I was really disappointed with their over-ear headphones, but hopefully their wireless earbuds can redeem themselves in my eyes. But yeah, very simplistic design. Just no, just a simple labeling here, Technics, and everything I believe is just touch controlled, right? So you just tap and stuff like that. Not ideal. I don't really like touch controls on wireless earbuds, but that's the way that most wireless earbuds do it now. So it is what it is. So anyways, that's the Technics AZ60. They're not bad looking, but they're, I don't know, some people might see they're like, you know, really industrial looking, right? So nothing too fancy or special. They're just very industrial, functional looking earbuds. So, but important thing is the sound quality, so I'll have to check that one out. Next up is the Final Audio ZE3000s. So Final Audio is another high-end Japanese audio brand, mostly focusing on, I would say, earphones, earbuds, IEMs, on that side of things. They do make full-size headphones as well, like very high-end ones like the D8000, but for the most part, they're more well-known for their ear tips and for their earbuds. So, and their IEMs and stuff. So yeah, this one does not support LDAC because it's Qualcomm aptX adaptive. They chose to use Qualcomm aptX adaptive instead. Like I said, they rarely support both, right? So here you can see Bluetooth 5.2. Then you got the frequency response, aptX adaptive, no LDAC support. I don't know why, man. Like these earbuds, like they only support one or the other. They seem to never support both. So you just choose one or the other. I guess this one chose aptX. IPX4 water resistant. I believe this one is also IPX4 water resistant as well. And yeah, continuous music playback. I never really trust these numbers anyways for like battery life or whatever. That's just the manufacturer numbers. The real world use case is often different. So yeah, Final Audio, again, well respected in the IEM industry. Let's see how their earbuds fare, and this is the middle of their lineup. They have a lower end one, the ZE3000, and a higher end one, the ZE8000, I believe. This one does not have noise canceling, by the way. The AZ60s do have noise canceling, and the Audio-Technicas here later, they also have noise canceling. So this is the only one out of these three that doesn't have any noise canceling. That's reserved for their higher end one, the ZE8000s. So yeah. I guess that's a reason to upgrade to those ones, right? And this one originally retailed for, I think, around $200, and I got these, actually no, $150. Yeah, these are actually not that expensive originally either. The $150 retail, and I got this for $80, so the same price as the Technics. Just that the Technics retailed for more. This one originally retailed for $230. This one retailed for $150. So, anyways, I think it's a lack of noise cancellation on this. That's why it wasn't that expensive to begin with. But the Z8000s, I believe, are like $200, $300, I think. So that one has noise cancellation, so are much more expensive. So this one comes with the manual here. Now I would expect this one to come with more ear tips because Final Audio is known for their ear tips. Even other IEM brands use their ear tips. So yeah, and this one's also touch control. Yeah, as usual. Different taps and stuff like that. I'll have to figure that out. Okay, so anyways, let's take a look at the earbuds themselves. Yeah, so this is the case. Ooh, it's like a little pill-shaped one. And you have the earbuds. Ooh, yeah, so this is got this little crinkle finish right here, which is nice. USB-C charging port at the bottom here. Pretty small. Again, this is a pretty no-nonsense looking case, just like with the Technics. I think it's a little bit more stylistic than the Technics, though. The Technics looks pretty boring. At least this one has a little bit more style to that with the crinkle cut finish, or the crinkle finish, I would say. And then the earbuds also look pretty striking too. So these ones are very angular looking earbuds. So this is what the earbuds look like. They have like LEDs right there for the status. And yeah, that's labeled Final Audio. Again, I think these look a little bit more stylish compared to the Technics. The Technics look very industrial looking, no nonsense. These ones have that angular finish aesthetic, which yeah, is a little bit more striking. Again, with the touch controls, I don't like that, but that is what it is with a lot of wireless earbuds right now. So Anyways, important thing is the sound quality. So these ones do not have noise cancellation. So in terms of tech, they are behind the other ones, but we'll see in terms of the sound quality. That's actually the most important thing. Well, to some people, right? That is definitely an important aspect, is the sound quality. So anyways, final audios, just for comparison. Yeah, there we go. So we have Technics here and the final audios. I do think that the final audios, aesthetically speaking, looks better than Technics. All right, finally we have the most expensive out of the three. This is the Audio-Technica TWX9, and this originally retailed for $300, and I got this for $150 on sale, so roughly 50% off. This one also has Alexa built in, so I should note that Final Audio doesn't have any kind of assistant or whatever built in. Technics and Audio-Technica both have Alexa built in. This one also supports 360 reality audio. I think that's a Sony thing. And for those of you who don't know, Audio-Technica, probably the most well-known out of here in terms of just a general consumer sense of, you know, how popular this audio brand is. People know Audio-Technica because they make a lot of entry-level audio products like turntables, earphones, IEMs, I guess, headphones. Like people know, like microphones as well. So people just know Audio-Technica generally as providing very good value. They are generally the gateway brand for a lot of people to get into higher end audio, and it was that way for me as well. My very first over-ear headphones, like very first like good pair of over-ear headphones, was Audio-Technica, the A900s, and I think for a lot of other people as well. Right, the M50X, very, very popular. A lot of people have Audio-Technica as kind of their gateway audio brand into, like, you know, it's kind of the Klipsch, right? The Klipsch of headphone or earphone brands. Klipsch is the speaker version, basically. It's kind of like the entry level, the gateway audio brand to higher end speaker brands, right? Audio-Technica is the same thing except for headphones and earphones. So yeah, but this is actually their highest end wireless earbuds. They make a lot of cheaper ones, more affordable ones. This is actually their highest end ones. And just like other Audio-Technica products, I'm curious to see, like, you know, exactly how much value, like how much sound quality they give you, because Audio-Technica is known for providing good value for the price. So yeah, let's take a look. In terms of the codecs, again, they have to support either aptX or LDAC, but not both. This one is aptX, just like with Final Audio. So far, I think the Technics is the only one out of all my wireless earbuds that supports LDAC. And see, 5.8 millimeter driver, IPX4, they're all IPX4. So yeah, pretty similar in features to the Technics actually, except this one is aptX and the Technics is LDAC. So yeah, let's take a look. Are they worth the price? Because these ones are actually the most expensive out of all these. And by the way, when I say Audio-Technica is a good entry-level brand, they also make really expensive stuff too. So don't think that they just only make entry-level stuff. Just like Yamaha and Sony, Audio-Technica makes a whole range of stuff, from like really cheap stuff to really expensive stuff. But anyways, this is probably considered on the cheaper or more affordable end. It's $300, and I got this for, yeah, $150. So it's, I guess that's still kind of affordable. So Audio-Technica pursuing the highest quality sound for everyone. Oh, by the way, they started out, I believe, as a phono cartridge maker, which they still do make today. And their phono cartridges are really good too. I remember doing a shootout between them, the Audio-Technica cartridge and the Hana cartridge, and I actually prefer the Audio-Technica cartridge more. It's just that I didn't fit on my Reggaeton arm. But yeah, they make really high quality phono carts too. So, all right, let's see, this little warranty thing, I guess. Accessories. Check them out. Ooh, man, that's a lot of ear tips. That's nice. They give you a total of, what? This is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pairs. Wait a minute, are these all pairs? Okay. No, these are all pairs. Okay, these are all pairs of ear tips. Wow. Compared to Final, okay, Final Audio should, I don't remember seeing the ear tips here, but the Final Audio should have given me a decent number of ear tips as well. How come I didn't see them? Oh, it's probably because it's underneath here, right? Oh, okay. So yeah, yeah, there's another USB-C cable, and then I believe it includes about 5 pairs, right? Yeah, so the Final Audio includes 5 pairs of ear tips. The Technics included technically 5 as well. So actually a decent number. Final Audio, I was actually expecting a little bit more from Final Audio, but yeah, 5 pairs of ear tips is decent. But Audio-Technica really hits it out of the park. Man, there is 12, right? There's actually 11 pairs of ear tips here, but there's obviously another one on the earbuds themselves. So a total of 12 pairs of ear tips is what you get with the Audio-Technicas. Wow, that is a lot. And then USB-C cable here to charge it, of course, but wow, 12 pairs of ear tips. So generous. That's like Monster level. Monster gives like, you know, Monster Cable, the company, like they actually gave me the most ear tips out of any earphone or IEM that I ever bought. Ironically, because they're not like that high end, but they actually gave me like 12 pairs of ear tips, and I think Audio-Technica actually matched them. Impressive. And this is actually the case themselves. Come on. All right. So yeah, the case themselves, they look like this. Kind of like, they're interesting shape. They're definitely bigger, right? So compared to the Technics and the Final Audios, the Audio-Technica case is definitely bigger. They got LED lights all down here. Wonder why they have so many. And then this is what the earbuds look like. So yeah, the case is definitely on the bigger side. I would have preferred to see a smaller case. So this is a pretty big case, like almost the size of the Technics and the Final Audios combined, right? All the Technics do have a big case. And then the earbuds themselves are also pretty big, I would say, and they're done in the AirPod style, which means they have these little tips at the end. That's something that the Technics and the Final Audio don't have. Is the Audio-Technicas definitely take a cue from the AirPods here. So yeah, you can see they have like these little stems. So I don't like these stems that much. I think they're kind of ugly, but Audio-Technica did choose to go with this design instead, and a touch design as well on the the face here. So I don't know, design wise I'm not really a fan because I don't like the AirPods design, and the Audio-Technica chose to go with the AirPods design with the little tips here, stems. So yeah, I'm just gonna call them stems, right? Because yeah, I don't like them. I think that compared to other designs, other earbud designs, yeah, this one just looks kind of ugly to me, and I don't like AirPod designs either. So yeah, but anyways, this is what Audio-Technica went with in terms of designs. I think this is the ugliest out of all of them, but I'm gonna check it out and tell you guys what I think. These are the most expensive ones, so I do have the most I guess anticipation for the Audio-Technicas, but so far I don't like how big the case is, and I don't like the design of the earphones. So just going by the appearance, I like the Audio-Technicas the least out of all of them. But we'll see in terms of sound quality how it's like. So anyways, I'm going to test all of these out and let you guys know what I think of them. Alright, so now that I've tested all 3 of these wireless earbuds a bit, I can tell you a bit about what I think of each of them. So, alright, so let's start with the Technics AZ60 first. What I like about them, I think the noise canceling is okay. It's not like the best noise canceling or anything, but it's definitely there, so that's decent. It's kind of like the sound signature is like a Harman curve. I don't know if you guys know what a Harman curve is, but basically it's a type of signature that will appeal to most mainstream consumers. Like, it's definitely an elevated bass on here. The bass is elevated, and then the mids are a little bit recessed, and then the treble is a little bit pushed up as well. So that's essentially what a Harman curve is. So you have a elevated bass, and then you have a little bit of recessed mids, and then you have the highs a little bit pushed up. So when it comes to modern like electronic music and dance music, it sounds very good with these wireless earbuds. But for other types of music, some people might think that the bass is a little bit too much. So, and it's like, compared to these other two, it's not as detailed sounding as the other two. Overall, I think most people would be okay with the sound signature of these, but it's not like audiophile, right? It's more for mainstream consumer tuning. So yeah, think of the Sony 1000 XM4s or XM5s, kind of has that tuning as well. So the Technics does have kind of like a Sony tuning, I guess, which means that most mainstream consumers will be satisfied with these. But for audiophiles, maybe they prefer more like balanced type of tuning. So yeah, anyways, not bad. For mainstream consumers, they'll like this one. So for the Technics, I think would be good enough for most people. except for audiophiles who prefer probably more detail and not so much bass. And then the final Audio ZE3000s is pretty much what audiophiles would prefer, I would say. So this one is the one that's fairly neutral. The sound signature is fairly neutral. Not that much bass. The mids are very present, and the highs are there as well. There's a lot of clarity, a lot of detail with this one. So in terms of the tuning, right, this one is like a more mainstream tuning, the Technics, and the final audio is more like an audiophile tuning, I guess. It's more very balanced, more on the neutral side of things, and everything's very detailed, so much more detailed than the Technics actually. So yeah, the final audio sound quality is actually very good. The only problem is that these ones doesn't have noise canceling. If you want noise cancellation, you got to go for the higher end ZE8000s. But in terms of the actual sound quality itself, these are very, very good, especially for the price, right? The fact that they started off retailing for $150 MSRP is amazing, and then you can get them for 80 bucks or $100 used or secondhand, and that's pretty amazing, right? So yeah, the sound quality for these are really good, especially for the price. It just doesn't have noise cancellation. But these are definitely more of an audiophile tuning, not as mainstream as the Technics. Then come to the Audio-Technica TWX9s. So these ones, actually, you guys already know I don't like the aesthetics that much. Like the case is too big, and yeah, it has that AirPods kind of look to it, which I don't like too much. But I have to say the sound quality of this is really nice. So these are the most expensive out of the three, but the sound quality, think of it like, compared to the final, it has the final audio's clarity, and it has like a kind of a balanced sound signature, but also has more bass than the final audio. Because one thing about the final audios is, although it's like reference an audiophile, sometimes you might want to have more bass, right? Sometimes you might want to have the more consumer tuning of the bass of the Technics, and that's what the Audio-Technica has. The Audio-Technica has the clarity of the final audio in the mids and the treble of the final audio, and it has the bass of the Technics. So it really has the best of both worlds here. So I think that the Audio-Technica probably is the best overall out of the three. It has noise cancellation, it has the clarity of the final audio ZE3000, and it has the bass of the, well, not as much bass, but it does have more bass than the final audios and more towards the Technics AZ60. The Technics still has the most bass out of the three, but it has more bass than the finals. So yeah, I think the Audio-Technica TWX9s, these are a good balance of both. So these are kind of the best of both worlds here. Also the most expensive. Unfortunately, I don't like the aesthetics, and the case is just really big. Yeah, USB-C in the back here, by the way. But yeah, I think that the Audio-Technica is probably overall my pick in terms of the best overall, because it does have the clarity of the final audios with a bit more bass, which is, I think, the one thing about the final audios besides the noise cancellation. But the sound signature wise, I think I would have preferred to have a little bit more bass on the final audios, and that's what the Audio-Technica brings. It has the clarity of the final audio with a bit more bass. So yeah, it's pretty much the sound signature that I would say is the best for me. So anyways, that's my pick out of the three. The one I would pick overall is the Audio-Technica TWX9, and also has noise cancellation as well, which is nice. I haven't tried the 360 Reality Audio, but out of the three, I would say the Audio-Technica is my pick for my favorites, and the final audio is probably after that. And then the Technics, but that's not because the Technics are bad by any means. That's just, this is more of a mainstream tuning that I tend to avoid, because I tend to want more of a balanced tuning. Although I have to say, for electronic music like K-pop and like you know, modern pop music and stuff like that, the Technics are very good at that. So, but if you look at listening to other genres, I think these two are better. So one other thing I got to give props to Audio-Technica for is for providing 12 different sets of ear tips. Like that's crazy, right? It comes with a shit ton of ear tips. I got to commend Audio-Technica for that, because there's only one other headphone or earphone that I bought that came with that many tips, and that was the Monster Gratitudes way back in 2017. All the other IMs and earphones I bought since then have only come with about, you know, 3, 4, or 5 sets of tips at most. So Audio-Technica, 12 different pairs of ear tips. That's pretty amazing. So got to commend Audio-Technica for that. So yeah, that's another thing I got to mention as well. Very, very generous with the ear tips. So yeah, after listening to the Audio-Technica TWX9s for a more extended period of time, I can just tell you guys that these are definitely the wireless earbuds of my choice right now. I prefer them over pretty much every other wireless earbud I own, just because, yeah, not just to the Final Audios and the Technics, but also just to all my other wireless earbuds like the Master Dynamic MW08s as well, which previously was my wireless earbud of choice. And yeah, it's just going back over the reasons again. The things I don't like about the TWX9s, first off, is I don't like the fact that the case is so big, and the headphones have this AirPods kind of interface or design to them. So that's the things I don't like about it. But there's a lot of things to like about this wireless earbud. Mainly the comfort level, which is increased by the amount of ear tips that Audio-Technica gives you. Like I said, they give you a lot of different ear tips, which is impressive. But the sound quality is definitely the best out of any of the wireless earbuds I've listened to. I've listened to the Sennheiser True Wireless Momentum 3s, and I've listened to the Master Dynamic MW08s, which previously those two are probably my top in terms of overall sound quality. So yeah, these have the detail of the Final Audio ZE3000s, which are already pretty detailed. They also match the detail level on the Master Dynamic MW08s and the Sennheiser Momentum True Wireless 3s. But what I feel like this headphone has even more of is soundstage. So this headphone, maybe it's because of the 360 audio thing, but yeah, these definitely feel like they have a bit more soundstage as well compared to those headphones. And of course, compared to the Final Audio Z3000s, it has noise canceling as well, right? That's important. Although it doesn't have LDAC, right? It supports all the aptX codecs and everything. Obviously superior in every way compared to the Technics in this video. But yeah, definitely out of all the wireless earbuds I've tried, previously the Sennheiser Momentum True Wireless 3s and the Master Dynamic MW08s were my top choices for sound quality. The Audio-Technica has now beaten them, well, actually equaled them in detail, but beaten them in soundstage, which means that this is now my top preferred choice for out of all wireless earbuds, which is very impressive. So props to Audio-Technica. You know, what don't they do well, right? They do microphones, they do headphones, they do phono cartridges, turntables, they do everything well, and in my opinion, at a reasonable cost as well, because even though these retail for $300, that's not cheap, but that's actually pretty comparable to yeah, to the Master Dynamics or to the Sennheisers. If you can find them on the secondary market, like for me, I find these on eBay for about $160. That's an even better pickup, right? So yeah, I would take these wireless earbuds over any in their price range. Now, the only ones that I haven't really tried, I think, are even more higher end, are the Noble Focus Mystiques. That's from Noble Audio, a company that usually makes IEMs. But those ones don't really have noise canceling, I believe. And the Devialet Gemini 2s, which are really expensive earbuds. I've heard good things about them, but yeah, those are actually much higher level than these in terms of the price. So I think if you could find these on the secondary market like I did, again, I got these from Japan, and usually used stuff from Japan aren't really that used at all. They're usually kept in good condition. So if you can find a pair of Audio-Technica TWX9s, and I have seen these used in Japan for like $150, $160 US equivalent, that's like a steal, right? Especially if you can find them in good condition like this one. So yeah, around this price range, I think if you guys can pick this up secondhand, yeah, that's probably my recommendation right now. If you can get them for under $200, I consider that to be quite a steal, because these are so far the best wireless earbuds I've listened to. And yeah, not just in terms of sound quality, but overall in terms of the feature set as well, right? It's got your standard water resistance, it's got your aptX HD and adaptive support. Actually, and this one has 360-degree audio, Amazon Alexa, which are nice extras as well. And they have like a built-in, they have an app that you can download as well, so you can fine-tune it a bit more, which these days, you know, a lot of wireless earbuds have these apps tied to it, but, you know, Audio-Technica does have an app as well. So yeah, the only thing would be, I find that I don't like the AirPods type of design. Touch interface, that's, you know, but that's a lot of wireless earbuds do that, so that can't be helped. And I wish the case was smaller, but that's like I think that's a side effect of these wireless earbuds being this kind of design, is they kind of need to have like a bigger case, I guess. And the battery life is pretty good on these as well. So what I've seen is it's as advertised. So 6 hours, right, as advertised. 5.8 millimeter drivers, Bluetooth 5.2, IPX4. Yeah, so all these as advertised as I've found. So yeah, all in all, I'd say this one definitely won the battle. Not only amongst the Japanese wireless earbuds that I have, but overall among all the wireless earbuds I've tried, including the Master and Dynamic and Sennheisers that previously I tried before. These ones beat them all. So yeah, definitely that's my verdict on these. Go pick them up if you can find them at a good price. So I feel like the detail retrieval for these wireless earbuds matches that of the final audio ZE3000s, which are already pretty good at detail retrieval, and also matches that of the Master and Dynamic MW08s and the Sennheiser Momentum True Wireless 3s, both of which are pretty good at detail retrieval as well, except these have even more soundstage, even better soundstage. Maybe that's because of the 360-degree audio thing, but I don't know. I just find these have a wider soundstage, which means better imaging, just as good detail. Sound signature-wise, fairly balanced. I think it does have more bass than the Sennheisers, but compared to the Master and Dynamics, say almost fairly similar, comparable. Just this one has more soundstage. And previously, the Master and Dynamic MW08s were my favorite in terms of the overall, sound quality. Now this one actually doesn't match the Master and Dynamic in terms of appearance, but I do like these. Yeah, overall, I think I like these better. They have better soundstage and just as good detail retrieval. So yeah, and the sound signature is fairly balanced, I would say. It's definitely, I think, going to be a signature that most people will like. It's not like exactly neutral or anything like that. So yeah, overall, I think that the Audio-Technicas, everything like the detail retrieval and the soundstage and the signature are probably among the best I've heard out of any wireless earbud. Now, I haven't tried the even more expensive ones like the Noble Audio Focus Mystiques. Those are a lot more expensive and they don't even have noise canceling, I don't think. Or the Devialet Gemini 2s. I heard those are pretty good, but those are also a lot more expensive. These ones, if you can find them on eBay or if you go to Japan, I actually went to Japan and I found these for like $160 US equivalent. So that's pretty good. If you can find these under $200 US, actually, I think it's a good pickup. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. Just out of all the wireless earbuds I've tried, these are better not only compared to the other Japanese wireless earbuds in this video, but also just overall out of my recollection of all the wireless earbuds I've tried before. So that's it, guys. Let me know what you guys think. I think if you can get this under 200, pick it up. It's my recommendation. One more thing about the noise cancellation abilities of the TWX9s, it's okay. Like, it'll cancel out a decent amount of noise, but it's not the best noise canceling you'll get on a wireless earbud. I mean, probably I would say it's similar to the Master and Dynamic MW08s and the Sennheiser Momentum True Wireless 3s, but it's not up to the level of the Apple AirPods Pro or the Sony 1000 XM5s, the wireless earbuds version, or the Bose wireless earbuds either. Those are kind of the top in the field. But generally, I would say if you want to get the better sound quality of a higher end wireless earbud, you're kind of taking a hit when it comes to noise cancellation, because really the leaders in that field are Apple, Bose, and Sony. But then their sound quality isn't as good, in my opinion. So yeah, it really depends on what you're looking for. If you want the best noise cancellation, not for me. Since in-ears already provide pretty good sound isolation to begin with, then you don't need that much noise cancellation in a wireless earbud, because you already get some pretty good noise isolation to begin with. But yeah, pretty good earphones overall. I don't have too many complaints about it. Yeah, it would be better if the case was smaller and had better noise cancellation. But yeah, really not too much to complain about with these.